Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This will be the third and final video in a series on our recent Alaskan cruise. This cruise was booked through Royal Caribbean on Brilliance of the Seas. Episode 1 covered our departure from Vancouver, sailing up the Inside Passage to Sitka, Alaska. On episode 2, the Brilliance of the Seas explores the Tracy Arm Fjord before continuing to Juneau, Alaska. I will leave links to both of those videos below. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. We begin this leg of our journey as the Brilliance of the Seas departs Juneau for an overnight trip to Icy Strait Point, which might make you wonder, what is Icy Strait Point and why is my cruise ship stopping there? Icy Strait Point is a privately owned cruise destination located near Hoonah, Alaska, established in 1996. The corporation that owns it is owned by approximately 1,350 Native Alaskans. 85% of the staff for the Icy Strait Point live in the nearby town of Hoonah. Icy Strait Point first opened for cruise ships in 2004, with Royal Caribbean and Celebrity Cruises being the initial two lines to make use of it. The facility currently has 2 docks to make it easier for cruise ship passengers to disembark. On the day of our visit to Icy Strait Point, a Carnival ship was also in port. A third smaller cruise ship, although I don't recall from which cruise line, also was in port that day. However, as both docks were occupied, the passengers of this third cruise ship had to use tenders to come ashore. And just my 2 cents here from our visit, 3 cruise ships in one day might be a bit much for Icy Strait Point to handle. That afternoon, things got a little crowded. The old 1930s vintage Hoonah Cannery has been converted into a restaurant, museum, and of course a gift shop. Two cruise ship docks are about half a mile apart. They are connected by a gondola ride that takes about 4 or 5 minutes, or there is a hiking trail if you need to walk off some of the extra desserts you've had on the cruise ship. A second gondola ride based at the Wilderness Landing will take you to the top of Hoonah Mountain. We had booked an excursion through Royal Caribbean to try out what is probably the primary attraction of Icy Strait Point, the world's largest zip rider. You begin your adventure to reach the zip rider from the top of the mountain. It's about a 1/4 mile hike, all downhill to the launch zone. The beginning altitude of the zip rider is 1,330 feet, and riders can reach speeds of up to 60 miles an hour. There are 6 cables side by side, so you and 5 of your best friends can experience it at the same time. At a distance of over 5,495 feet, it does make the ride a little over 1 mile in length. At the end of the ride, you'll find yourself at the main landing for Icy Strait Point near what's called the Ocean Landing. The launch point offers some great views, and you'll probably get to see your cruise ship parked at the dock. Just a quick side note here, if you do want to film your ride down the mountain, your camera will need to have a wrist strap attachment, because obviously if you drop on the way down, you're not getting it back. After a safety briefing and some checks of your equipment, you're ready to ride. I'll play the entire descent as is with no edits, so get ready, here we go.
Go ahead and list
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, legs up, legs up as high as you can. In 3, 2, 1, have fun!
As you watch other riders on the final approach, it really just doesn't seem that fast, but it is.
I would absolutely do it again.
One of us, I won't say who, has a bit of an issue with heights, so to celebrate her victory, she got a fancy t-shirt, and back on board the ship, she got a nice old-fashioned. At some point during your visit, be sure to walk down the boardwalk to the old cannery. It's a very nice scenic walk, and there's several spots to get your obligatory tourist photos to prove that you have been to Icy Strait Point. Like maybe this one here. This is a good spot. As I mentioned earlier, parts of the old cannery have been turned into a museum. But of course, any museum or other tourist attraction must have a gift shop, and Icy Strait Point does not disappoint there. Much of the old cannery equipment is actually on display. Despite the crowds, we managed to find a few seats at the bar in the crab house for a quick beverage before continuing our explorations. Near the cannery is a ticket booth where for a small fee you can ride one of the regular shuttles into the town of Hoonah. These two old abandoned fishing boats are near the ticket booth. I just don't remember the story behind them right now. The driver of our shuttle bus into town is from the lower 48 and just comes here to work the tourist season. However, she did make the quick ride into town very entertaining, and she did give us some of the history of the area.
We do have another grocery store, and I'll point her out to you. But Hoonah Trading does have the slogan, if we don't have it, you don't need it, and if we got it, you can't afford it. So there you go. We do process fish here every day, so coming up will be our city dock, and right behind it is our fish processing plant. You often see fishing boats sitting here because they drop off their fish, their caught fish in the evening, and they process it, put it in reefer containers, and then ship it out all over the world.
The shuttle will drop you off right in front of Icy Strait Brewing, which I took as a sign we should go inside and try it out. We had a great time during our visit and highly recommend if you're in Hoonah to be sure and stop in at Icy Strait Brewing. But now we're running short on time. We had to catch the shuttle back to Icy Strait Point and get back to the Brilliance of the Seas before we ended up becoming permanent residents there in Hoonah, Alaska. Before I forget, I do believe it would not be a proper YouTube video if I did not ask you at least once to please like, share, and subscribe. As we make our way back to the Brilliance of the Seas, let's talk briefly about our associate sponsor, DailyDropPro.com. Of course, the first step of almost every adventure is getting a great deal on a flight. Well, Daily Drop Pro can help you with that. Once you sign up, the app will send you notifications on deals departing from airports that you select. Here are just a few of the international flight deals that are available at the time of recording this video. The app and website are also searchable, so say you need a great deal on a flight from Chicago to London, Daily Drop Pro will tell you when the best deals are available. Daily Drop Pro will also give you tips to maximize your return on your airline miles, motel points, or other rewards. So click the link below for more information, and full disclosure, if you do sign up using our link, we do get a small commission to help support the channel. We did make it back to the Brilliance of the Seas in time, and the ship sailed overnight to Ketchikan, Alaska. There were several cruise ships in port the day of our visit. However, Ketchikan's large enough it really didn't feel all that crowded. The city of Ketchikan averages 12.5 feet of rain per year, and the day of our visit definitely added to that total. In Ketchikan, we booked another excursion through Royal Caribbean named the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show and Axe Challenge. However, it is a trademark show and I cannot show you any video from the actual show. Here are a few photographs from the show. If you're looking for something to do during your time in Ketchikan, Alaska, we would highly recommend this family-friendly option. Our ticket included an upgrade to do a little axe throwing, which none of us had ever attempted before. I managed to get a bullseye on my second attempt, but we had a camera malfunction and didn't get it on video. We really enjoyed our day in Ketchikan despite the rain, and you know, it is Southeast Alaska, you have to just really expect rain. And after waiting our turn behind this Princess Cruise Line ship, the Brilliance of the Seas departed Ketchikan. Ketchikan was the final port of call in our Alaskan cruise. The trip from Ketchikan back to Vancouver includes an overnight and then an entire sea day. The sea day back to Vancouver was very foggy, which did limit some of the visibility, of course. However, it did give that sea day a feel of mystery to it. And if you've never heard a ship's foghorn, well, here's your chance. Thank you very much for watching today. Please like, share, and subscribe. You know, all those things. I hope this series of videos has helped you plan your Alaskan cruise. If you have any questions about planning your trip, leave them in the comments below. I'll be glad to give you my 2 cents. And we look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.